Hey guys, welcome back to Homesteading with the Heberts. Today we're going to do a collaboration that I'm doing with the contentcreators.org, and it's going to be your goals for 2019. Alright, so the Content Creators is a group of creators that we get together in another forum and we discuss things about different videos, video ideas, collaborations like this one, and just some random everyday stuff, a lot of it pertaining to homesteading and just kind of, just jaw-jacking back and forth. That's at contentcreators.org. If you're a content creator, especially in this homesteading community, I mean, you don't have to be homesteading either, but it's a great place to get together, link up with some like-minded people, and have some conversations throughout the day as well. And I'll put a link down in the description box below describing the content creators, or put a link to how you can join the group. Now I want to get started on today's main topic here, is what are my goals for the 2019 season. Good afternoon, Lord Farquaad. Anyway, but before I actually go and tell you what my plans are and some of the things that I want to do and get done around here for 2019, I just want to talk about goals in general. For those of you that don't set goals a lot, there's a very simple acronym to think about how you should set your goals. And that is by setting what's... Okay, Lord Farquaad, I'm trying to do a video. Anyway, is using a format called SMART goals. What SMART goals is, it's just an acronym to get you in the mindset of making good goals. And what it stands for is SMART is specific goals, and that's having something that's very specific and not too vague, so that you know you're actually on target for your goal and you know what it is. The M is measurable. That goes along with the specific because you want that measurable aspect to your goal so that you know when you've achieved it. You want something definitive so you know how far away you are, and you know whether or not your goal is being accomplished. Okay? A is achievable. Now what that is, you need to make sure that your goals are achievable for you. Now that means that you actually have the means to be able to accomplish those goals, or you have the means to get the information and the ability to accomplish those goals. So for an example of that is one of the things that I'm going to be looking at doing, we wanted to do it last year but we failed at it, was raising meat birds. That's not a skill that I currently have. That's a new skill that I want to obtain. So in order to do that, I'm going to have to do the research into how to actually butcher them. Raising them, I know I can do that. I've got the skills for that, but it's the actual butchering process and turning them into food for me that I've got to learn. But that's still achievable because of the fact that I know I can learn that information quickly and be able to get it done. Alright, so that was the A. R, relevant. Your goals have to be relevant to you. I mean, if you're not familiar with your goal, if the goal doesn't have any meaning to you, you're less likely to be able to stay motivated to accomplish that goal. So you want to make sure it's something very relevant and personal for you, and not just a random goal that's out there and maybe for somebody else. You know, for an example, my spouse really wants me to do this, so that's going to be my goal. It may not work. All right. And the last thing is time bound. And what that is have a time limit on your goal. For this video, they're all going to be, for the most part, by the end of next year, because they're the goals for 2019. Throughout the year, though, I'm going to change a couple of them to by this time frame I want to have this done. And you'll see as we go along that some of them are going to have specific goal time frames based off of the time of year anyway. But anyway, with that said, you have to have a definitive time on when you want to reach your goal. That's the difference between a goal and a dream. A dream is something that you want to have accomplished, but someday it'll be accomplished. Someday isn't on the calendar, so you need to make sure you have an end date for that goal. So in a nutshell, that's what SMART goals are. So now that we've got the SMART goals down, let's go ahead. I'm going to discuss what my personal goals are and the meat to what this video is really going to be about. The first thing, I broke my goals up into a couple different categories. The first category is for this YouTube channel. I do have goals for this YouTube channel. Some of it is, it's not really metrics per se. Obviously I would like to get to 1,000 subscribers. I would like to grow the channel. However, those aren't the goals that I'm going to focus on here. Those are in the back of my head. The things that I want to focus on are things that are organically going to get me to those other areas of growing the channel. One of those is I want to commit to making 3 videos per week at a minimum. I want to work my way up to doing it daily, but currently where I have 2 jobs and a family, I mean, it's going to take a while for me to be able to get those goals or consistently be able to publish a video every single day, or at least the 5 days of the week. So I'm going to commit to 3 days a week of producing a video for this YouTube channel. And let's take a break because Mama wants to talk. Alright guys, so to go along with that goal is I want to, of one of the 3 videos I'm uploading every week, I'm going to pick a day to have at least one of those to be a themed day. I'm tossing around a couple of ideas. One of the ideas I have is last year I started off by doing a Monday morning update. I'm thinking I might go back to that, especially once things start kicking around again here. The only problem I had with that is after the garden, there wasn't a lot of stuff going on to update people with. I've also kicked around the idea of doing something like a free-for-all Friday, where the video may not even pertain to homesteading. I was also thinking about doing maybe a fun Friday. And the reason I'm thinking of doing it on a Friday is because the video would probably get posted on Saturday. But the reason I'm thinking of doing something like that is because it would allow me to spend more time with my kids if we did something together as a family. And it wouldn't necessarily be homesteading wise. And then another thought I had was maybe Throwback Thursday, which is sometimes I get some videos recorded, but I haven't uploaded them due to the fact that those videos kind of became untimely. For an example, we had a video where the girls were raking up in the yard with me, and we were just doing some yard chores, taking care of some of the fall stuff, and then the snow hit. So it felt kind of weird going backwards in time after we had a couple videos that were posted with the snow, because they were more interesting, or not necessarily more interesting, but more related to that time. So those are a couple of the ideas, but bottom line, the goal with that is to come up with at least one of those days to be a themed video every week, so that you guys, as my subscribers, would know exactly what's going to happen on that day. Another goal for the channel that I want to do is I want to try to do it, one collab maybe a month. And I think with the with the contentcreators.org, that should be an easy goal to hit. We've been talking about different collabs. We've actually have one that we're talking about doing as a monthly collaboration. So I think that one's Lord Farquaad. Jeez, he knows we're videoing. I let them free range now. But anyway, that should be a fairly easy video to go ahead or goal to go ahead and accomplish. Alright, my last goal for the YouTube channel itself is going to be simply by the end of August, I want to be doing a live video. On maybe not a regular basis, but I want to start getting into doing live videos. This way here I can communicate with you guys, my subscribers, a little bit more, and a little more one-on-one, and have a little bit more of an interaction with you guys. I love this community. I think this community is great, and I think we can have a lot of things going on. You want to come sit, Izzy? Alright, so now we're going to go ahead, here. Now I'm going to go ahead and talk to you about some of the personal goals that we have. First one is my wife and I really want to use this year to get out of debt. We have a little bit of debt, not a lot, but enough that, to not have those payments would be nice. As some of you know, I'm working 2 jobs, which means actually 3 with the YouTubing, and it eats up a lot of my time. So one of those goals is actually by September, I want to be able to quit my second job, and then only have my primary job, which would allow me to concentrate on another one of my goals, which is just to spend more time with my kids. I love my kids. I love spending time with them. I just don't feel like I've been doing it enough. And so those 3 goals actually go together. By being able to pay off our debt, that's going to allow me to leave my second job, which will allow me to have more time with my kids. So later on, I'm going to structure those 3 goals together and put some different timelines on them. But as of right now, those are the timelines that I have. Izzy, you trying to call your sister over? You want to come over? No, Odie doesn't want to be on video today. Alright. So another one of our goals is to actually be able to produce more of our food. And specifically, we want to be able to produce some of our own meat. And by doing that, the only way we have here that we can probably accomplish that is going to be with chickens. So in the springtime, we're going to go ahead and we're going to start our meat birds again. This year, we're going to try to bring some of them all the way through and hopefully be able to harvest them as well. Last year we tried this, but it didn't work. So we're going to push the goal to this year, learn how to do the butchering process, and hopefully get that done. So, and obviously that goal will probably be around August, September time frame that we're actually filling the freezer with meat. With that, we want to do better at the gardening this year. This year we planted stuff. If you guys watched last year, we had a lot of failures in the beginning. We got a bunch of plants donated to us. Unfortunately, we didn't eat a lot of the produce that came off of it. We had some tomatoes go bad on us. And this one here loves the tomatoes. But we're going to try to concentrate more on things that we can eat. And also, with the tomatoes, we needed to get more tomatoes in order to be able to process them into food for later. for an example, sauces for pasta sauces, maybe some stewed tomatoes, that type of thing. What? Salsa. We got a lot of hot peppers, which we didn't use. So this coming year, we want to be able to focus on food that we're going to actually eat, or preserve for the winter time when we're no longer growing the food. So in order to accomplish that goal, one of our other goals is to come up with a better plan for our garden. As you can see, we do have the chickens free ranging right now, and they were in the garden bed, prepping that for us for next year. So we want to try to get that going a little bit better. She's sad because her older sister left and she wants to spend time with her. Alright. So anyway, we need to come up with a better plan probably within the next month or two and start ordering the seeds that we're going to have and just start getting it all ready to go. Alright. Now the last two goals we got that I have are actually there are three of them, and there are three projects that I want to get done. So I'm going to take you around real quick, and I'm going to show you the things that I need to get done, and I'm hoping to, at least, if nothing else, to get these three major projects done by the end of the summer this year. Get up, guys. Alright, so the first one is going to be over here. We have a dead tree right there.
Cut it down.
So I want to go ahead and remove those three. Actually just those two trees, this one here in the front, and then the dead one in the back. And I want to fell that so we can go ahead and cut that up before it falls. And then we'll turn that into some firewood. The goal here is actually pertaining to my coop. I've got these eaves here on the coop, right there, that I want to go ahead and put some gutters on. And I want to create a rain catchment system where my coop is watered by the rain so that I don't have to continue to come out here and water them every day. Obviously I'd have to do that if we're not getting enough rain, but I'd like to try to, incorporate the water that nature's given us as well as to our well water. And then I want to come up with a system to keep that water unfrozen in the winter time, so that's going along with that system once I get it in place. The last thing I have is right here where my wife parks. You really can't see it right now. You can see a little bit here. It tends to puddle up right here. So what I want to do is I want to create a system here that'll take that water and drain it away from the property so that my wife isn't stepping through the water throughout the time frame.
We should connect that into the coop.
So that's something I want to look at, is just trying to figure out a good way to be able to run that water off of here. So again, my wife isn't stepping in puddles, and in the ice in the winter time it doesn't freeze up on us there. Alright guys, well that's our goals for 2019. Another thing about goals that I didn't mention in the beginning, a lot of people that you listen to that talk about goal setting is going to tell you one of the most important things is to go ahead and put them down on paper. So that's exactly what I did. I wrote them out. But I'm also doing this video, and the reason why we came up with this collaboration was specifically to go ahead and have some accountability with our goals. So especially with the contentcreator.org and the guys that are in there, like Sam from the Green Acre Homestead, and Kevin from Hope This Works, and Andrew the Bearded Giant. All these guys, I'm sure, are going to be able to help hold me accountable to the very things that I'm saying I want to get done. And that's part of the great thing about being part of the contentcreators.org. I'm going to put a link to the playlist down below so that you guys can check out all the other content creators and what their goals are for this upcoming year. And if you guys want to be part of this collaboration, just hit me up and I'll send you a link on how to get added to the playlist and a couple of the requirements that we're putting in place in order to make this a successful collaboration. Alright guys, I just wanted to quickly add a couple people to the list of guys from the content creators site that I mentioned earlier, and that I know will also be participating in this collaboration, or at least holding me accountable to my goals. And that is Dave from Danbois Homestead, as well as Dave from Oak Knob Farm, Bob from Prepsteader Bob. These are all great channels. And with Prepsteader Bob, just so any of you guys, if you haven't heard, he's got a great giveaway he's doing right now. So I'm going to put a special link to his down below to the live stream he did yesterday. Well, by the time this goes up, 2 days ago. And he's doing a great 5,000 subscriber giveaway where you get competing roosters. But anyway, he's doing a 5,000 subscriber giveaway where you have a chance to win a very large silver coin. So go check them out. I'll put that link down below for y'all to check out and how you can enter and get a chance to win that coin. Alright, the last two channels I do want to mention really quickly. These guys are great supporters of mine, and I'm really putting a shout out to you guys to hold me accountable, because you guys are the ones I talk to the most. And that's Pete up at Cheap Homesteading, and also, hey, jeez, these roosters today. And also Rick down there at Old Camp Ranch. You guys have been with me from the very first videos that I put out, and I appreciate your support especially, and I really ask that you guys help me to hold myself accountable this year with our goals, because when we set goals, the best way to be able to meet them is to have some accountability. Well guys, Alright guys, again, thanks for coming along. Remember to click that subscribe button, and have a great day. Bye.